about the crowds. Well, at this time in the show, we always show you something that's trending on social media. How about this? You couldn't get...
Alexandra Eala won a Wimbledon main draw match on court number 12 in just 78 minutes. And honestly, the scoreline undersells what just happened. 6-1, 6-2. The 29th seed becoming the first Filipino player in the Open era to win at the All England Club as a seeded competitor. 22 winners, 16 of 21 approaches converted at net. Both break points she faced saved. That is not a nervous debut.
Just want to quit tennis right now, but we'll see. We'll see in a few days. Hopefully I'll get back on track.
That's control. Here's the lane worth holding on to for the next few minutes. Two players are walking into Wimbledon 2026 carrying enormous weight, and it's coming from completely opposite directions. Eala's pressure is external, a nation's expectations pressing in from outside. World number one. Aryna Sabalenka's pressure is internal. Grief, exhaustion, geopolitics pushing out. Keep that inversion in mind, because it explains almost everything else in this story. Eala's opponent that day was Renata Zarazua, a former doubles partner ranked 75 in the world. And Eala's flat, compact, low-to-the-ground ground strokes, the same shape that struggled so badly on red clay this season with early exits at Stuttgart, Madrid, Strasbourg, and a first-round loss at the French Open, finally found their footing on grass. A 10-3 grass court record in 2026 is not luck. It's a surface finally matching a game style. But this wasn't built overnight. Eala started at 4 years old, coached by her own grandfather, Roberto Maniego. At 13, a win at Les Petits as in Tarbes earned her a scholarship to the Rafa Nadal Academy in Manacor, the same pipeline that's still shaping her game today under coaches Joan Bosch and Alexandra Vienne. Her mother, Rosemarie Maniego Eala, won SEA Games bronze as a swimmer. Her uncle, Noli Eala, once ran the Philippine Sports Commission. Her uncle, Rhett Eala, designed the gown she wore to the Laureus Awards in Madrid. This is a family built around sport and spectacle in equal measure. And here's where things shift. That family history isn't just biography. It's already been a battleground once. Back in 2020, after Eala's Roland Garros junior semifinal run, the Philippine Sports Commission publicly claimed it had given her millions of pesos in support. Her father, Michael Eala, refuted it directly, saying they hadn't received a single centavo, and later turned the offer down outright. The money, he said, should go to athletes who actually needed it. That's not a footnote. That's a family choosing to fund a career on its own terms, then correcting the record when credit got claimed without cause. And the fabrication problem didn't stop there. Eala has said openly that fake news pages built around her name, fabricated quotes, manipulated images, get real traction online, and that she has no control over what gets posted. Her only real suggestion? Find reliable sources. So the same visibility that fills stadiums with flag-waving overseas workers also manufactures a version of her that isn't real. That's the cost side of the diaspora effect nobody puts in the highlight reel. Now the other trajectory, Aryna Sabalenka arrives at Wimbledon 2026 as the #1 seed, the defending Sunshine Double champion, the reigning Laureus Sportswoman of the Year, and still coming off one of the more brutal collapses of her season. At the French Open, she led Diana Schneider 6-3, 4-1, sat 2 points from victory at 5-4, 30-30 in the second set, and then lost 10 straight games in the wind to fall 3-6, 7-5, 6-0. Her own words afterward, no thoughts, no emotions, just wanting to quit tennis, describing a deep, dark mental hole she couldn't climb out of. That collapse didn't come out of nowhere. Sabalenka has been playing through loss for years. Her father died in 2019, and in 2024, her former partner, Konstantin Koltsov, died by suicide in Miami. She kept competing through that period and has since said plainly that she should have stopped instead. At this year's Wimbledon, after beating McCartney Kessler in the second round, she made a public plea to tournament organizers, lift the strict no pets policy so her dog, Ash, could be inside the grounds with her. It sounds like a small ask, but it reads like something bigger. A request for one piece of normal life inside an abnormal amount of pressure. There's a geopolitical layer here too. Representing Belarus under a neutral flag, Sabalenka is routinely refused handshakes by Ukrainian players. Marta Kostyuk, Lysia Tsurenko, Aryna Svitolina among them. Organizers have started flashing on-screen messages warning crowds not to expect a handshake, just to head off confusion. Sabalenka's response has stayed measured. She says she respects the decision and that the respect goes both ways even without the gesture. And yet, technically, she's still the most dominant returner and server in the sport right now. A serve over 190 kilometers an hour, a 59.6% breakpoint conversion rate, and an open-era record 21 consecutive Grand Slam tie-break wins, extended just a day before this writing against Kessler. Eala's numbers tell a different kind of dominance, a 71.3% breakpoint save rate on grass, a 76.2% net win percentage in that Zarazua match alone. One player wins by never losing her nerve in the tightest moments. The other is still building a nerve that hasn't fully been tested yet. So here's where it sits, heading deeper into the tournament. A 21-year-old carrying a diaspora's expectations and a family's decade of independent funding decisions, against a 28-year-old world number one carrying grief, geopolitics, and a request just to have her dog nearby. Both are seeded. Both are winning matches right now. The PDFs don't specify how either pressure resolves from here, only that both of them are walking onto the same lawns, carrying it.